What is up, guys? King of Underworld back at you finally once again with some more content. I know I've not been exactly very prevalent these past week and a half now. It's just there's been a lot of things going on, as I told you all, and I thank you all for sticking around me. And I'm almost at 3K now. Haven't checked as of late, but yes, I just want to say thank you very much for supporting me. My exams are finally over. Then I can finally stop worrying about that, and hopefully my foot can recover because I dropped the knife on it, and yeah, that's why I didn't get to record last night or the day before. So yes, not very good luck wise, but anyway, let's get right into it. So I'm sure you'd know. How am I, the guy called the Merc with the Mouth? How did I suddenly become such a strong and smart and handsome hero? Well, the answer is that's actually somebody else's backstory. I'm just hijacking this. Let me look through the notes. Ah, here it is. Seriously, is Zuko Midori okay? Let me read. Let me read through my notes. Give me 1 second. Oh, so what I can tell before I went insane, Izuku Midoriya, a boy that was, well, he was a very bright at a young age, bullied tremendously. The fuck is this script? Hey, Horikoshi, why do you make a child be bullied from birth? Don't give me that shit. Fine. Fine. Alright. We started off as a young boy named Izuku Midoriya. Well, unlike the 80% of the population, I didn't have a superpower. Really have to give me you really couldn't throw me a bone? Fucking okay. Anyway, but that didn't stop me from having a love of heroes. We're going for that trope. Yes. And because of that love, I grew to admire the greatest hero, All Might. You're talking about that guy that wanks off America every chance he gets by naming every single one of his punches and kicks after the states? Fucking hell, might as well just call on fucking KFC McValley Punch. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's get Captain Falcon back on the road. As I grew up to him, grew up to idolize him. I was bullied by a young kid named Bakugo. Little shit had, short of fused the most Arab suicide bombers. Oh, apparently I was not supposed to say that one. But, when I was just a mere little 8-year-old boy, I had developed prostate cancer. What the fuck? You know, okay, it's written right here, I can't do anything about it. Anyway, since I was being beaten so much I couldn't tell that I had cancer? Uh, oh, fucking fine, jeez. Sounds like a Wolverine backstory. Wait, is Wolverine... I fucking see him back there, get him out here. Dash. Okay. Yeah, you can suck it. Uh, so, after 2 years of it going unnoticed, finally one thing gave out, and I collapsed on the floor, fell unconscious, and didn't wake back up for 2 weeks. Hmm. Well, better than happy hour, I guess. And that's when they found my cancer. Since I was so heavily bruised and scarred, they didn't notice any misformations of color or any sort of abnormal growth deformities. You know, as a man that's covered in cancer, the fuck? How is it not impossible to notice that? And how inconsiderate were the parents? And since I was that Make-A-Wish Foundation looking reject, I got to meet my heroes, as they told me I would die. Yeah, I didn't get a fun life, kiddies. So, back on the story, I got to meet, some of my favorite heroes. All Might, well, that's just about it, really. But I got a whole bunch of them. All Might, Death Arms, Backdraft? What the hell is that little fucking fire engine hose gonna do? Get pissed on by a dog? No, but I got Endeavor in here. He was a dick. Midnight, nice tits. Mount. Oh no, she wasn't there yet. Why you got Mount Lady written here? She comes in like She comes in like 8 years. No, you're shit. Yeah, who else? I guess His Purple Highness. Yeah, he was just gay. I guess that makes him a superhero in these modern times. Anyway, point is, after meeting my heroes, I got approached by this suspicious-looking man. He called himself Ajax or whatever he called himself. I just called him bullshit, and well, apparently I was not allowed to say that at the time, so I just said, "Ooh, what was the power about?" And he said I could be a good hero if I got along with his experimentations, and I'd be able to, well, finally be able to become a hero I've always wanted to be, as well as cure that cancer who is literally killing me and kicking my ass. Again, what the fuck? Anyway, so after the subjective torture, turns out which broke up my parents' marriage, one who was very good in the first place. God, he must have been going out for cigarettes for a lot longer than I was remembering. And eventually... Okay, so it apparently has written in my notes, sad backstory other than cancer. Oh, the mother has to die, that's it. Sorry, I always get mixed up with these. Holy fuck, how, is this not a DC comic? Jesus, put this in DC, it's fucking be canon or some shit. God, what, what, Hawkeye gets shot in the ear or something? And this, okay. I just don't like these scripts they could give me anymore. Anything's better than fucking Green Lantern, I guess. So, after about 8 years of experimentations, I had finally become the little chode I was meant to be. That's right, I'm not a handsome little boy. Well, young man now. But apparently this young man didn't know how to whip it just yet, so he wasn't a man just yet. So, after being turned into a literal testicle, and, well, a scrote, I was finally able to develop that power. What is it? Not dying. Yeah, real convenient, isn't it? Jeez, I must have developed at the right age to be called one of the 100% of people alive. No, but I gained the power of hyper regeneration. I'm able to regrow lost limbs in a matter of, well, in a matter of a couple hours, and able to survive bullet wounds quite extraordinary. I learned from an old friend I meet later down the line. Don't wear any white pants. Anyway, apparently Ajax didn't get it when I said he shouldn't wear that. He was right about wearing the brown pants. He said, "The fuck are you talking about?" Oh, he's finally went insane. Hey, you don't get to call me insane over there. Rosie O'Donnell over there. Nah, she's insane. Yeah, I'm talking to you, bitch. And she took exception to that. Knocked a few of my teeth out, but I kept them there for safekeeping as they grew back and I spit them in her face the next morning. Ugh. I mean, nice rack, but how's she ever gonna expect to get a boyfriend? God, unless it's the Thing or the Hulk, they're gonna get their dick broken. So, after being cooped up in there for 8 years, unable to do anything of my own free will, I decided, you know what? Today's the day. I'll become my own independent person. I can finally see the sunlight. See, what I didn't know is that when you have cancer all over your body, the sunlight feels like pain. Especially when you're whiter than a fucking Michael Jackson album. So, after carefully calculating my plans, which actually happened to involve some guy being a dipshit and dropping a match, I managed to blow a hole in the oxygen tanks, getting me to be free. As, well, good old Ajax over there. Or should I call him Mr. Clean at this point? He looks like he needs help luring kids into a van. Mr. Clean it is. So as Mr. Clean was trying to make his quick and clean getaway, I smacked him over the head with a fire extinguisher. And he took exception to that. Turns out good old Ajax was actually quite powerful himself, as he picked me up and basically crucified me like Jesus. And he nailed it like the fucking Romans. But, as we all know, I survive. I mean, if you wanted a better icebreaker, there was a fridge over there. But apparently that wasn't the kind of penetration he was looking for on that night. But after the building burnt down and the reporters came forth, they discovered my body still living and breathing. And after they did a match, they found out I was alive. So they put me through emergency care. As, well, I was reported dead by the company, saying I did not survive the initial testing, as it was very experimental. So, I was considered dead. Who doesn't love being told you died? So, after getting that all sorted out and basically told I cannot go out in broad sunlight, otherwise I probably look like, well, I'm gonna get so physically tormented that I'll basically be, actually no. You know what, if motherfuckers like the Sludge Villain can exist, oh wait, no, sorry, he was a bit too, I should have mentioned him, that was a bit too early. Anyway, if a guy like that can walk around in broad daylight, a living chode can. So, I decided to go, well, try and live the good old normal life. Apparently that doesn't work when you start agreeing with yourself. And what does that mean? It's entirely up to you.
Help, he's got me trapped in here. I'm stuck in his mind. Can someone get me out of here?
And I told you to get in your fucking cage. Sorry, that was my repressed memories of my childhood. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So, I eventually met a friend that I would call Al. She was, well, an old blind woman who was set to be the carer of the building I run. However, since I was not legally old enough to own my own apartment just yet, I was told to be staying in her apartment. And since often I would cut myself because I got used to the pain of being tortured all over again. That's a new kink I wish I didn't have. I was eventually told by a, God, just wear red, dumbass. So I eventually tried to fashion my own clothes as well as a mask because, yeah, I don't look like Ryan Reynolds just yet. Nor will I ever be. Hey, Al, do you reckon if I asked for them to not do me an animated movie like they did in 2009 that they would give it to me? The fuck you talking about? And it says, hey, just calm your tits, if you had any, and we'll be good. Yeah, fuck you. Love you, Al. Yeah, so apparently they wouldn't accept that request. And I got told, since I was so mentally insane, I could go into UA. Because that's where all the mentally insane people go, thinking that they can be heroes. And one day I happened to be out and about on a little stroll, and guess who I run into? Mental patient number 1, Katsuki Bakugo. Turns out this little shit was being attacked by a villain. And seeing as I can't die, I basically just ate the entire fucking thing. As he's like, I didn't need your help, you living fucking chode. He's like, I had him right where I wanted. 6 inches down your throat? Yeah, wait, ah, shit! Says, okay. As, oh, hold on, give me 1 second. Need to pull out a bottle real quick. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Let me out! He's doing just fine. The fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I guess you're still the same Deku. Weak as ever. Oh, yep, you say it however you want. However, I'm surprised you're allowed in your well, near any pools. Apparently they didn't allow bombing. Mm. Well, let me know how let me know how September 11th goes. It's like, the fuck, man. And it says, what? Clearly you didn't take it too seriously with all those jokes you talk about being a loser and whatnot. It says, shut up or I'll blow you up. Go ahead. I'll just regenerate and kick your ass. I doubt that. Well, he wanted to test something, so I ripped off my own arm and beat him with it. Turns out, uh, gun does not actually win against fist. When you got someone who's basically using gun with their punches, you'd think that they would win, but they don't.
Anyway, after that brutal beating that I got given by Kachan.
Hey, what did I tell you about getting in the box?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to be out. You never let me out.
Fine, I'm gonna deal with this little shit. Anyway, while my older version was, beating Bakugo, I was approached by a hero who, well, he looked a bit past his prime, as I remembered him to be.
Hey, I wanted to do this part.
Fine. I need someone to store his body anyway.
Wait, what?
I had met All Might, as he remembered me as the cancer patient he went in to see, well, some 8 odd years ago. And now, well, basically, he said that I've become a fine young man, and he shouldn't let my looks discourage me. And says, well, yeah, right, fucking Japanese Hercules over here gets to say that. While I'm looking over here, look like I came out of the fucking fly. So anyway, he said I should go to UA as, well, my impressive regeneration ability would be very handy, as I wouldn't have to worry about fearing death very much or mortal injury. So I took up his offer, as well, I was allowed to not have to go through the entrance exams, as for some reason due to writing elements, it's not in here to do. Haha, I get Deus Ex Machina because I didn't get past that education. Well, apparently the story writer for this story wasn't exactly very creative, and likes playing around with helium balloons. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Where's the script? Oh yeah, I finally get my hero costume. Since I was able to punch in the robots and break my arms while doing it. Hint, the Velociraptors and the T-Rex were the most feared predators. Apparently, breaking my arms around people made them so intimidated that they didn't want to be near me. So I got to keep all the points for myself, as well as freak out the judges. I did manage to save a girl, though. What was her name? I think Uraraka? She said something like,
Thank you so much. I almost died. Wait, are you okay? You got a piece of rebar sticking right through your chest.
I'll be fine, don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
I'll grow back in like, give it a minute. It still hurts.
Do you want to call the nurse?
Just watch.
What the? It heals so quickly.
Yep. Stamina for days.
That's not what I was referring to.
That's what I was referring to. Anyway, I gotta go. I need to change my shirt now. God damn it, that was my only the one day I decided to wear white. Al's gonna yell at me. Oh yeah, see you when I get into class. Wait, but how do you know? Well, if I look up and look at the script, it says that I'm gonna be in this class, and so are you. Wait, what? What script? There's no script.
Wait, I just want to say thanks again. You really saved me.
Yeah, no problem.
What should I call you?
What was it that they used to say when if I was whether or not I was going to survive the test? The Deadpool? Call me Deadpool. Okay. Jeez. God, the narrator must be pulling all sorts of stunts with those weird freaky balloons. Better than condoms, I guess. So, as plot convenience would happen, as well as I can just insert myself in the next scene, no 9 months training or whatever. What? I'm just gonna regenerate fast? No, that's not how this shit works. Anyway, I was soon found my way onto Class 1A. As, well, it says I was... Hold on, I have the script upside down. Apparently it said that I was actually going to be interesting. I was put in Class 1A for my brilliant heroic efforts, and also, I think kind of all might have bribed his way in. Apparently, since you have cancer, you can get away with things. Like, no one's going to punch the guy with cancer. Also, I used to get a free muffin at Starbucks. Anyway, back on topic. So, it seems that I'm in Class 1A with Ida or... Okay, so... From what it says Zuko knockoff, cinnamon bun, gotta go fast, Lord Explosion Murder, also known as Allah Akbar. We've got Living Mountain or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Kirishima as hard as a rock. Let's see. Rapist. Apparently he's called Mineta. We've got Can You See Me? No, we cannot see Hagakure. We've got, well, Build-A-Bear Workshop over here, being Mamoru Yorozu, Pink, and let's see, who else have we got? We've got Kermit the Frog. Oh, I like Kermit, he's funny. I wonder if you'll talk about songs about rainbows, then I can talk about unicorns with them. Who else have we got in this class? We have got... Oh, that's right. We got KFC with a dark shadow. You think if somebody actually was a bird at one point and then became a human, that there would be some sort of social problems with that? But no, there really isn't. Anyway, we've also got Hentai Man. Oh, tentacle, not tentacle hentai. I knew I was reading something wrong. Anyway, I'm not gonna name anything more, but I'm pretty sure you get the gist. I'm stuck in a classroom, a bunch of social rejects with cool powers. And my first day went exactly like this. Bucko saw me. Bucko saw me. Bucko went to try and blow me up. I slapped Bucko with a double extended bitch slap. Wondering what that is, I rip off my own arm and slap him with it. Apparently he's afraid of that one now. And also I told him if he does it again, I'll shoot him in the fucking leg. As... just between you and me. I always have a Glock on me. Don't ask me where I keep it though. Oh god, that's a bit rough up there. Whew. Then we had our home teacher, which is basically discount Kakashi Sensei with a lot less penetration. So, let's see if we can get this depressing man to tell us where the coffee is. Because he looks like he needs it. When I told the little bagworm what we're doing, he said, "Don't be so excited like this is some sort of game." Izuku Midoriya, was it? Actually, I go by Deadpool now. And it's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Well, I don't like your attitude. And I don't like yours. Now shut up and listen. It's too early in the damn morning, and now I've got a bunch of bratty little shits running through my halls. Now what are we gonna do about that, huh? So, let me tell you how it's gonna work. You guys get your asses out of my track field now, change into these uniforms, and I might not just expel your asses. Anybody who wants to test me I.e., you little mouthy little shit. You can just count yourselves as already off the damn team. Ah, I always loved being Day's little disappointment. Oh, I can tell. Alright, everybody, let's get along the way before he decides to do, well, pre-best assault. As his bandages start flying around, he's like, okay, gotta run. As he dashes along to the locker room, he says, I don't care if he's got cancer. I will kick the shit out of him again. As everybody starts making their way along, as people start asking, well, since they only saw his face, they didn't exactly know how bad the condition was. They didn't realize it was all over his goddamn body. Because he always wears that tracksuit a tracksuit wherever he goes. He calls the Deadpool outfit #1. Which is basically just Adidas repainted red and black. So, he had changed into the P number which he had basically tie-dyed into his own colours. Ooh, spicy! As Aizawa, well, he wasn't exactly happy about that one. I mean, he's not really happy about most things. You think he'd probably get more enlightenment if he just banged Miss Jerk a few times, but apparently he's a laughing stock in bed too. So, he asked me where my uniform was, and I said I'm wearing it, and says, that's not the UA provided uniform. Says, yes it is, look, it's got a little UA on it. As it was written on the black marker on one of the red bits, and says, ugh. You know what, I'm not in the mood. If you don't piss me off enough, I'll just ignore it. And we come to an agreement, sir. It says, watch it. So, I'm guessing we'll have to do a physical apprehension test. It says, oh, have you heard about our testing before? Or did you happen to talk your way into one of the teacher's ears? No, it says right in the script above me that we're about to do a physical apprehension test. As well, they both, as Aizawa and obviously Deadpool say at the same time, and says, how do you know about that testing? And how do you know what I'm gonna say next? Both at the same time, says, oh, I can read the script up there. As I would look and say there's no script, and it's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Well, apparently all the medication that was meant to be for pain was swapped around with psychotics? I can't read. Apparently I got told that I was taking the wrong ones, and it might have affected my brain. God. So now I have to actually worry about punching and disabled kid. Fuck now. You know what? I'm not gonna deal with it. You just go over to there, take a ball, and throw it as far as you can. Okay. Okay, sir, let's take this ball. Oh, look, it's almost as big as mine. As some people start chuckling to themselves, as he walks over to the home plate and basically gives it a good little pitches, well, grabs a pitcher's mitt out of nowhere, and people says, wait, where the fuck did he get the mitt from? As he pulled it and it's like, trade secret, as he gives a little wink and then tosses the ball as far as he can, which, since he is regenerating at a constant level, his muscle tissues are regrowing and decaying at such a fast rate that he's got some level of superhuman strength. As when they're testing him, his body was adapting a bit too fast because of the cancer, so it gave him a modicum of strength, enough to beat down individuals like the Wolverine or Ajax. What? The Wolverine's able to go against the Hulk. Last time I went against the Hulk, I got my head punched off. Yeah, well, I said that was in Marvel. You're not in Marvel, you're in My Hero Academia. Well, why can't I be in both? Just do your fucking job and stay in the goddamn story. Alright. You make things less fun. As everybody around him was wondering who he was talking to, as he seemed to be arguing with the sky. And says, God damn it, the writers always make me seem crazy. You are crazy, now stick to the goddamn lines. Says, alright, alright, alright. Alright, let's see. Okay, more testing bullshit. So as the testing continues, everybody had scored as he scores above average and even comes out first place in some of them. As turns out, with the long jump, you can break your own ankles with that much force, as he basically turned off his pain receptors, causing his muscles to be so adrenalized that they actually break the bones. And since he doesn't have to worry about pain or worry about having broken ankles, he jumped over the entire goddamn pit in one single jump. Why is your powers bullshit? Hey, you know bullshit. The fact that CG Ryan Reynolds had to be playing CG for most of that movie. Now that was bullshit. Yeah, well that's Ryan Reynolds. You're not Ryan Reynolds right now. You're Deadpool. Now stay in the goddamn story. Alright. Fuck now. Deadpool? Yes, my dear. Well, why do you keep talking to yourself and shouting at the sky frantically? It's something about psychoactives, but apparently the story writers above us apparently doesn't want us to think that we know he's watching. Okay. As Uraka takes a few steps back. Oh, come on, man! As eventually all the testing comes through as he gets out bit head of top. As Aizawa didn't actually decide to expel anybody as he was more interested in seeing how this unorthodox idiot seems to go through the entire class being a little mental case. As, well, eventually he got put over into All Might's hands as All Might decided to try and give him a break as he would try and partner up against people he know he would have an easier time fighting, such as knockoff Spider-Man and Tail Guy? No. All Might is, you might be going according to script, but I don't follow the script. It says, what script, young Midoriya? Deadpool, actually. Please just call me Deadpool. It says, okay, Mr. Deadpool? No, I'm not following any sort of script. It's just how he got it paired and drawed. Just put me up against Buck, go. I need to kick his ass. I mean, you can if Buck goes willing to. Says, I have no problems, old man. I want to kick this half-dead turd back into the ground where he belongs. Young Bucko, that's quite violent. No. I like him sassy. Makes him all the more juicy to beat down. He's like, stop giving me that look. Says, I'm not doing anything. You're doing something. Says, shut up. Then then the testing came around as, well, I'm sure you guys would know what happened as we got a literal human bomb versus a guy that can't die. Turns out a meat smoothie was the result. But as I was done pulling myself back together after he thought he committed manslaughter, yeah, because I might be able to reattach my own limb, but he doesn't know I can regenerate at the cellular level. Boom! Checkmate, Deus Ex Machina, bitch. Didn't expect that one, did you, motherfucker? Says, what the hell? I thought I just killed you! And I thought I killed your mom last night in bed, but she called me asking for more. Oh! Says, the fuck, man? And says, well, she kept saying that over and over again, but I was too busy hearing her slapping her ass. And that is how you get in there. I'm pretty sure any guy over the age of 30 would know about that one. Whew, I'm on a hot streak today. Susan's like, you know what? I'll make you wish you'll stay dead. As, well, over the intercoms announce, Bucko and Ida have lost. And says, what the fuck? And says, oh, that's right. The cinnamon bun over there was too, while you're distracted trying to turn me into liquid fruit punch. You didn't realize she slipped past and she might have touched Ida, therefore causing him to start floating, and we got the bomb. At least that's what I can see in the next panel over. And so then it pans over. Hey. No, you pan onto me. So I just kicked your ass. How does it feel? He says, you shouldn't be so cocky when you're just ahead. Well, apparently your mum thought it was great that I was just ahead last night. Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you. No, don't do that. It'd leave your mom so lonely. Also, did you know your mom gets a titty nerf in the manga? I know it's tragic. I'm mourning for it still when I found out. It's like, what manga? This isn't some sort of joke. It says, well, clearly you're here, so it still is. And it says, then he blows up. Well, then he had the nerve to blow up my head. I mean, get a load of this guy. But little did he know that I can still regenerate. So, after a bit longer than I was expecting to, I finally regrew my body. As I went back home to Al. Good old Al. And says, God, I miss cocaine. Oh, was the 60s a different time for you, Al? Yeah, I was younger, I was beautiful, and I was alive. Ah, oh, don't beat yourself up, Al. You're still beautiful. And says, just because I might not be able to see anymore doesn't mean I can't tell you that you're lying or you're a piece of shit. I, uh, frankly, I'm insulted. I try and be nice, and I can't have one thing. If you can stop talking to yourself all the goddamn time, we wouldn't have these problems. And also, what did I fucking tell you about wearing red? Just, I can't wear red. I don't. Well, my suit got blown up. Then what am I touching right now? Well, let me tell you, it certainly isn't my hand. Ow! Why did you punch me? Go. You know, just leave right now because I don't have enough cocaine, nor do I have enough time to deal with this shit. It's alright. If you ever get lonely and think of me, just know that there's a floorboard in this place with about 400 kilos of cocaine and a cure for blindness. And so I left to go find some place to go get a drink, or where I seen they had left me, as apparently, since I don't look like, well, you can't tell if I'm a child or not because of this fucking huge scrotinous looking foot malformation happens all over my body, I'm allowed in bars. And also, I give him a sick sob story that I'm a cancer patient. I'm trying to live my life to the fullest before I go die. Everyone believes it just by looking at me. So I go out for a drink, and I meet a few people. I give them the good old sob story. Then I have the one night special. Bunch of cocaine, hookers, and a lot of sex. Like, earth-shattering amounts of sex. Like, I would do blow off their stomachs while riding them kind of sex. It was amazing. They asked me for my number, and I said, look, I'll drop dead by tomorrow, so I don't even bother with it. Whew, that was a good night. What the fuck, man? I told you to stick to the script. It said you were gonna go out and meet somebody. Hey, you just said meet somebody. You never said where or why. This is meant to be PG. Do I look like I do PG? And it's like, come on, dude. This is my story. My channel's meant to be lighthearted. Hey, you've been putting up video for like 8 goddamn days. You put out what the fuck I give you, okay? Alright, Jesus. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This guy's very confident at his job. As, well, I can't really do anything about that. All I can tell you is that I had a very good time for you guys listening into my beautiful voice. As, let me hand it back and says, ah, there we go. Finally got that shit out off the mic. Anyway, King of Thunderbolt's back. You know, sometimes I feel like a mental patient when I'm actually doing this kind of scripting, but it's quite fun. I hope this time that the audio is not fucking fried, so you guys should be able to enjoy this one. But anyway, I've been the King of Underworld. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads, but it'll be going up a lot quicker in the next coming week. So please just bear with me. And I've said that a lot, but I've got all my exams out the way. I don't have a knife in my foot anymore. And so this should be, hopefully, the last of all this mishap. As I said, I've been the King of Underworld, and I bid you all a very good day. See ya. Deadpool out.